Welcome mates, I am BloodThirstyLord by Incoming Lordy, and today we're back on Gotham Knights, highlighting another proposition of what you need to know before you play Gotham Knights, but also a crucial component if you want to get the legendary gear in the future, and that is having legendary material. This is very hard to get early on, but there's ways to increase the opportunity of getting this legendary crafting material, which we have 8,000 of in the middle of the screen. The yellow icon, that is the legendary material. We have 8,000 of it now, and we have legendaries on all our characters, nearly up to 20 legendaries already. It's kind of insane. We maxed out all our characters recently to get legendary characters like this, like our Robin, our Batgirl, Nightwing, and also Red Hood, which we did on a previous stream, so keep an eye out for that. We just did that. It was absolutely amazing. You can check that out on our channel. But in this video, I'll teach you mates how to get these crafting materials really quickly, so when you do have your legendary blueprints, you can craft them with ease and have no restrictions on your legendary gear. So that's the goal that we're trying to go for, and after 100 hours playing Gotham Knights, I had to teach the mates about this. Make sure to click the subscribe button and also the bell notification button with all notifications on to keep up to date, and also press that join button to become a member on the channel. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. So how do you get the legendary material, also known as the NTH material, or the 9th metal or 9th material? That's what it's classified as. You get them from certain objectives, and these objectives do fall into a couple things. So obviously you can salvage some legendary gear that you had prior to it and gain some of the aspects, so pretty much dismantling other legendary gear you have in order to make that currency back, but most likely you won't have any legendary gear for that to happen. So what you need to actually do is go to your challenges, and then you have a section called Gotham's Most Wanted. These are notorious villains at certain moments of the game or certain objectives that you can kill in order to receive materials. These materials are listed down below, but during the mission itself, you can get 9th material, or the NTH material. As you see there on the screen, it's the middle icon. That is the gold material, or the legendary material. That's what you get for killing this character. But this does happen quite often, just randomly during those fights at those boss fight locations or mini boss fights that occur of Gotham's Most Wanted. It does also have the chance to drop legendary gear alongside the material as well, so it's kind of nuts. So we're going to highlight how you can get that material. So if you go to your map, you'll see the whole map itself. There'll be missions that are highlighted in red, which are pretty much the major crimes, and in those aspects, you get to see the rewards. Sometimes those rewards are epic loot, as you can see, epic loot. Other times, it can be higher rarity loot, but also the difficulty does scale up to very high. You want the difficulty to actually be very high. The reason why you want it to be very high, because your special boss or the most wanted targets that you have in that other challenge section appear at these very high locations. And if you do find a very high difficulty actual crime and you are there, there's a chance of a most wanted enemy spawning as well in that area. And that's what you need to use to target them in order to make that currency, but also get legendary gear at the same time. And this happens pretty much all over the map. If any mission comes up, you'll be able to see it and hover over it. And that will highlight the benefits of versing a very high target, which will drop legendary gear and materials, and also sometimes in this screen here underneath the rewards, it will showcase and get a legendary material or legendary weapon as well. That happens at endgame. So right now we're at New Game Plus. We've finished it completely. Level 40 on all our characters. All 4 of them completely maxed out with abilities, skills, and legendary gear. And also put nearly 100 hours into this game. So the reason why you want to do those objectives, it makes it easier for the future. So any builds you want to have for your characters, you can make interesting builds. Like the current build that we have for our Robin is highlighted here, and it's just a very interesting build. You got a lot of concussion aspects, defensive capabilities, there's modifiers that activate at the same time, but also having a lot of elemental damage as well of freeze. It's really fun and high amounts of crit at the same time. We also have this build on our channel already, so if you want to check that out, you can go to our channel. We have a build on Robin and Red Hood, and we're working on Nightwing and Batgirl video very soon, so get ready for the build videos on our channel very soon. But if you want to go to one of those missions, so let's go pinpoint where to go to get this material. I will go for this faction right over here, which is close by to me. It's an actual event, a hacking event. So let's get down there. Essentially, there'll be a numerous amount of enemies at the hacking site that we have to kill, and there'll be chances of legendary drops dropping at the same time due to the fact of the difficulty being very high. So that's something to keep in mind. Not the gameplay difficulty, not the setting from very easy, medium to high, but the chance of having the aspect of a most wanted target spawn. But in this case, we don't have a most wanted target spawning, but being a very high mission, there's still a chance that it may drop. But in these missions, you'll see a target that usually has an icon on top of their head that gives away their location of who they are. But we also have missions from our live stream highlighting that aspect of what enemies have most wanted benefits. We pretty much verse them non-stop as we farm out those bosses in order to get legendary gear and materials. So we've showcased on the channel quite a lot, on our live streams especially. Oh, boss, watch this. See you, boss. I one-shotted him. So if you want to check that out and how it is live and how to experience how to get legendary items live, there's also that video that helps out with that as well. But that's the goal. You want to make as much material as possible, so when you get the chance of getting a blueprint, a legendary blueprint, you can actually craft it. Got all the legendaries that we needed for majority of our characters, and we have so many legendaries to craft and so much legendary material left over to craft whatever we need, whenever we need. So it's kind of nuts. So you want to make sure you're stacked up on it for future content, being Heroic Assault, which is a 4-player game mode that will be coming in the future. You want to make sure they have materials for that game mode and certain builds ready as well, because that would be of great benefit for you and also future matches that you have overall. When you play with your friends or your teammates that you find in the actual game mode, there's public matchmaking, you'll be able to have a chance to actually create a certain build that helps out with whatever objective you're trying to achieve in that game mode, because you have so much legendary material to spare. So your objective should be to actually farm these missions. These missions only become applicable usually towards finishing a game or New Game Plus. So when you finish New Game Plus, as well, or just finish your first level to level 30, you get these actual missions appearing with very high difficulty, which can also spawn the challenge of Gotham's Most Wanted at that same objective as well. And when you kill them, it drops the materials. Use those materials. You go to your gear section, go to your crafting, you see the materials there, perfect. Go to the crafting material you want. Then you can go look at your legendaries. I want maybe Link suit, maybe I want the Instant suit, maybe the Toxic suit, concussive, all legendary items that you can have and utilize whenever you want. And you can craft it with ease because it's not that expensive. Some of them range from 204 to 409, and others go up to, I believe, 900, depending on what the weapon is, being a weapon of melee or ranged. But that's pretty much it. You have a lot of materials gained just by doing this passively, and maybe in 10 hours, you have legendary blueprints and also materials that you can utilize for those blueprints in order to utilize them in your gameplay. It's that easy. There's no other way to actually gain the materials. It becomes more random drops at those difficulties. But the idea is that you can see missions like this. Oh, look, I got legendary material. I'll go there, complete that, and get that legendary material. And that is the quickest way to do it. But also, if you complete the challenges for your contacts, being Penguin does reward you 20 points of those legendary material. So that's something to keep in mind. Not the best thing, but you get some points from there. But I would say the way I've highlighted today is the best way to make major points really quick of that legendary salvage or legendary materials in order to craft those legendary weapons that you want, that gear that you need to make your character look bomb like my character does right here at nearly 11k power limit, and with all those aspects there by having legendary everything on it. So keep that in mind. That's what you need in order to achieve those outcomes. And that is the fastest way to get the legendary material, the NTH metal or material, the ninth metal or ninth material in the game, so you can use for your gameplay in Gotham Knights. But mate, tell me your opinions and thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you think about the video? Do you like it? Do you hate it? And if there's anything else you want to know about, tell us in the comment section down below, and we can address it in a video like this, because we got this question asked so much on the live stream. I'm like, I have to make a video for it so the mates know about it, and from there we can address it in the live stream just by connecting this video too. But if you have any other questions, tell us in the comment section down below. I'd love to know. As always, mates, it's a pleasure to have you guys on the channel as we go through this, and I'll catch you mates next time. Bye. Road to 200k subscribers. Let's get it, mates.